Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder is set to retire if Tyson Fury knocks him out in the second round, as Tyson Fury has promised. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, digital mob. Smash the like button, subscribe. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. It's almost that time. UFC 246. Conor McGregor versus Donald Cowboy Cerrone. Use my link in the description to order the fight. Get a subscription, ESPN Plus pay-per-view. There's some different options. If you want to get ESPN Plus annually, you can also just get the pay-per-view. Use my link and it helps the channel. I appreciate y'all. 2020 is lit. Now, Deontay Wilder. He says he's going to retire if he gets knocked out in the second round, like Tyson Fury is saying. Here's the video, the link in the description, right? He said it's not going to happen. He don't believe that, you know? And he said it in that particular video. I'm not going to play, obviously, their video for copyright reasons. He responded to his thoughts on Tyson Fury saying he beats 7 times a day or whatever. In fact, here it is. On a serious note, Fury is predicting a second round knockout of Wilder when they clash at the MGM Garden Arena in Vegas. But Wilder says that ain't happening. In fact, Wilder says if Fury knocks him out in the second, he'll retire. Quote, I already have 6 years left in the sport, but if he gets me out in the second round, knock me out, I'm done, bro. I'm done, period. He also said that Tyson Fury is what he calls and what he believes to be pillow-fisted. And he said otherwise it's just not going to happen. Long story short, it is not going to happen. He says, hold on, let's get it.
You know, I'm the first to admit, you know, calling out a round of prediction, it's a fun thing for me, you know what I'm saying, when people call out prediction, because you just really just never know what's going to happen at the end of the day. You know, sometimes things that you have planned don't go as planned. So, but
he just said planned it.
Knock me out in the second round, you know, it's non-believable. You know, he have pillows as fists, so can't see that happen.
Would you sincerely? Did you say you would retire? If he knocked me in the second round,
I'm retired. I'm done. I already have 6 years left in the sport. But if he get me out in the second round, knock me out, I'm done, bro.
Wow.
I'm done, period.
Boom, we got action. So I want to talk about it. Wilder says, I'm done, bro. If he knocked me out in the second round, like he's saying, then I'm done. He said he has pillows as fists. I don't see that happening. What he's saying is unbelievable, period. Listen, I've already commented on this. I agree with Wilder, not on the knockout. If he gets knocked out in the second round to retire, it don't sound believable. Let me turn Alexa off. It don't sound believable, bro. Who named somebody that Tyson Fury has knocked out violently, let alone knocked out and done it in a fashion where it was a brutal second round knockout? You know, anything. Listen, people throw these cliche token things around in boxing. I am a realist. Heavyweight division, big guys, yes, anything can happen. That's technically. But there's also a thing in this world called likelihood, probability. Are these things probable? Because you can walk outside and get struck by lightning. Is that likely? You know, that's the reality of it. You know, there's other things that are a lot more probable. And there's a lot of situations people can put themselves in to increase the probability. Like if you're looking for trouble and you're looking for this and that, you're looking for drugs, then you go to the hood, you go to certain areas, trap houses, then it's probable that you can find it. But trying to go door to door in the suburbs and look for drugs, it's it's probably going to be a bit harder, you know? So there's probability. I believe in that. And yeah, Fury, he's big, 6'9", but who is he knocked out? He's knocked out. The only person that even comes to mind that got a quick knockout by Fury was Tom Schwartz. And knowing who is Tom Schwarzenegger? Copenhagen. Like, no one even knew who Tom Schwarzenegger even was. To be, no one knew who that guy was. And he was shelling up. He was like this. Tyson Fury was full force throwing and like, you know, wailing on him. And he wasn't just like, we've seen people who are violently like separated from their senses. Wilder's the man for that. Tom Schwartz was like this and then took a knee. You know, it doesn't sound likely. It don't sound likely. Even if he did get a knockout of Wilder, he didn't show it in the first fight, you know. He didn't show it in the first fight, and I would have to surmise that it would have to be late. I mean, this is the first fight. And he's talking about he's going to knock out Wilder. Again, anything can happen, but I think Wilder's, second round don't even sound realistic. The way, the momentum, see, people overcompensate when they don't believe what they're saying. You know, so you have to do extra. And I think that's what it is. Tyson Fury just being a showman, theatrics, giving people a reason to buy tickets. But based on this scene alone, this picture alone, I think he's going to respect Wilder. He's going to do what he always does and try to box. He's talking about, oh, I'll fight him in the middle of the ring. Like I come from a long line of gypsies and bare knuckle warriors. That's all they want. All this extra stuff. But if he has a shootout with Wilder, do it. Make it an eventful fight. Give people their money's worth. I wouldn't recommend it. I wouldn't do it. But yeah, if you're the Gypsy King, have a shootout. This man just got anointed by the Pope and ambassador of peace. He's going to leave somebody in pieces. So good luck with that. So I think it's just Fury being Fury. And once again, if you have the complexion for the protection in sports, in fighting sports, it seems like you could say whatever. Conor McGregor can still trash talk and talk crap about people who stopped him, submitted him, beat him. He could talk about Nate Diaz, you know, after the first fight and say, oh, this guy's, you know, he's a fake gangster that holds animal balloons and Khabib is this and Floyd Mayweather is this. But these are people that all beat you. Same thing with Tyson Fury, you know, so it must be nice to have that type of privilege where Wilder could sleep you and then you can somehow call Wilder a PUSSY and the BITCH and these different things that we've heard Tyson Fury say. Come on, you punk, you chump. You know, it doesn't even sound believable. And that's what Wilder's kind of getting at. You know, I think Wilder has crazy momentum. If anyone's going to get an early knockout, I believe most people would believe it would be Wilder. Period. You know, and even a guy as experienced as Luis King Kong Ortiz, he didn't disrespect Wilder in 2 fights. All the rounds they shared together, he was aggressive and he was loose in the second. I was at the second fight. He was loose, just came out and started working, but he wasn't like disrespectful, and you know, he was putting things together, and he still got knocked out with 1 shot. So, you know, Wilder is being honest. He's saying he's going to retire. I don't think he has to do that, but I also don't think he has anything to worry about getting knocked out in the second round. Again, if Tyson Fury chose to fight like how he's saying, then it's going to be a very exciting fight. We'll just leave it at that. It's going to be very exciting, and I wouldn't recommend that as a game plan. And here's another indication that, to me, Tyson Fury is overcompensating, because all the stuff he's saying don't equate to the realities that we can all see. Like, see, that's what your mouth say. You know, your mouth can fix up words and sentences and you can formulate whatever, but your actions aren't showing that. He's saying Wilder's a chicken, and, you know, Wilder, he's afraid because he knows the Gypsy King beat him 10 rounds to 2 and this and that, but he's the one that ran from the rematch. He's the one that took tune-up fights, low-level tune-up fight. Wilder didn't. Wilder, if he got his ass beat 10 rounds to 2, then why is he still fighting number 1 mandatories with the WBC, a guy who outweighs him in Dominic Brazil, and going to war with him, you know, and being ready for that? And they had personal disdain for each other from the hotel situation. Why is he fighting Luis Ortiz, a guy who rocked him in the 7th round and destroying him in the 7th round? You know, it's just not the behavior of that. But once again, once you have that complexion for the protection, you seem to be able just to say what you want, and, you know, people just take it and accept it. Me, I'm not so much, because I have to be true to myself and to you guys, new media. So Tyson Fury is going to continue talking. I'm sure Kovalev did it to Ward, and we've seen it. But his actions don't fall in line and follow suit with what he's saying. Oh, Wilder's afraid of me and he doesn't want to meet up at the press conference, but you ran from the rematch. You signed with ESPN and they helped you prolong the Wilder fight. Go right back into the Wilder fight. To me, that actually would have made more sense and gave Fury his best chance to win. Now they gave Wilder more confidence. Tyson Fury just got a cut. Tyson Fury saying Wilder's afraid of him. He's going to knock him out in the second round and these types of things. But he's also saying, I'm not sparring much in this camp because I don't want this cut to jeopardize the fight and ruin the fight. So I don't believe anything he's saying. You don't even want to spar. Good luck. Don't spar. You know, just go straight at Wilder. Like you said, stand in the middle of the ring. He said, Wilder don't have to search for me. All this is great because either Tyson Fury is going to have to lie to people and not do what he's saying, or do what he's saying, and, you know, and it'll be a more entertaining fight with a violent puncher. So either way, people will get their money's worth, it sounds like. And, you know, I just can't believe what Fury's saying at this point. I just read an interview. It said Sugar Hill of the Kronk Gym is trying to strengthen Tyson Fury's right hand and give it more knockout power. That's not really how power works. You can learn technique and to sit down on your punches, but either you got it or you don't. You know, when it comes to pure brute force, knockout of bull power, you know, guys are just blessed. Roberto Duran, Matisse, Maidana, Deontay Wilder, Mike Tyson, Curtis Stevens, Golovkin. They just have heavy hands. Ruslan Provodnikov, right? These guys, Julian Jackson, one of my favorite, the Hawk. These guys, Ernie Schaefer, they didn't really have to train a special way. They had power. You know, it's just what it is. So these are more indications that they don't believe what they're saying. They're trying to train his right hand to help him sit down and make his punches harder and stuff. I mean, you have a 12 to 16 week camp, whatever it is for this particular fight. I mean, there's only so much you can learn and retain in that period of time. There's only so much physical strength you'd be able to grow. Like, it's just what it is. And I think Fury also has bad habits out of the ring, and he showed that in his career. That could come back to haunt him, because those bad habits, and if you abuse your body, that don't just go away and disappear. Even if you clean up your act for a year or two, you know, or whatever, 6 months or a training camp, your body is going to be less forgetting. That's just what it is. So Wilder said he will retire if Fury can make good of his promises and knock him out. Link in the description. If you love what I'm doing, smash the like button. Purchase UFC, ESPN pay-per-view, ESPN Plus using my link again in the description box. We're going to see February 22nd. Smash the like button. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.